Okay, so here very good morning to all. Standard 11 Commerce. Subject Statistic and chapter number 4. In chapter number 4, last that we have completed range and coefficient of range as well as advantages and disadvantages of range. Number second that today we have discussed, and the topic is quartile deviation. So second topic, that is quartile deviation, that we have to study over here. Okay, so as we discussed, that is quartile, it means that it is divided into 4 equal parts. 4 equal part, and 3 quartile is there, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, generally what happened, for example 100% observations is there, we are deciding 3 parts, first part, second part and third part, that is Q1, Q2 and Q3. Q2 is also called median and mean, that is called average, 50%. So let us see. We know that only extreme observations, that is a large and a smallest observation, are used in the computation of range. Similarly, by using the positional measures known as first quartile, that is Q1, and third quartile, Q3. Okay. Another measures of dispersion, namely quartile deviation, is obtained. The measures of variation defined by using the middle 50% of the observation arranged in increasing order or magnitude is called quartile deviation. So middle 50%, Q1 to Q3. So middle 50% observation that we have to take, and we have to find out Q1 and Q3, and on the basis of Q1 and Q3 we have to find out the answers. Okay, let's see. The measures of quartile deviation is obtained by dividing the difference between Q1 and Q3 and Q1 by 2. Symbolically, it is denoted by QD. So quartile deviation, that we can symbolically that QD is equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. So this is your definition of quartile deviations. Okay. So quartile deviation is also known as semi-interquartile range, and here that we can say that what is the coefficient or relative quartile deviations. So second definition, coefficient of QD is equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. It is same as range. It is same as range. The upper side that we have to do minus, and denominator that we have to do plus, and whatever answer is there that we have to find out, that is called coefficient of quartile deviations. Okay, let's see. The relative quartile deviation is also known as coefficient of quartile deviations. Note that QD has unit of measures in which observations are expressed, but coefficient of quartile deviation is independent of such unit. That is, coefficient of quartile deviation is free from measures. So simple. If our raw data is there, that we have to arrange in ascending or descending order, and then we have to find out Q1 and Q3, and on the basis of Q1 and Q3 we have to find out quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviations. We can understand with the help of illustration, with the help of example. So let us start example number 5. So this is example number 5. Let's see. A bus operator gets the following number of passengers in 10 trips on a day. Find out the quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviations of number of passengers from the following data. So a bus operator is there, those who are getting a passenger on 10 trips. So passengers is 19, 25, 35, 10, 24, coefficient of QD. It means that Q3 minus Q1 and Q3 plus Q1. So if we have the formula, then it is so easy to understand. It is so easy to calculation. Now, let's find out. That is, first of all, you have to arrange their data in ascending order. So, first of all, 5. Second one, 8. Third, 10. Fourth, 12. Then fifth, 20. So 19. So 19. Okay. Then 20. After 20, 24. Then 25. Then 30 and 35. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So ascending order that we have to discuss over here. Now we have to find out two things, Q3 and Q1. So here, first of all, we have to find out Q1. So what is the Q1? So Q1 is value of n plus 1 divided by 4 observation. Okay, n plus 1 divided by 4 observation. So value of 10 plus 1 divided by 4 observation. So here value of 11 divided by 4 observation. Okay. So 11 divided by 2, 2.75. So here value of 2.75 observation. Okay. So second observation, that is 8. So here that we can say that it is 8 plus 0.75 plus 9 minus 8. So 10 minus 8. See this example that we already discussed in example in chapter number 3 when we discussed quartile, Q1, Q3, mean, median, mode. Okay. So here 8 plus 1.50. Yes, 1.5. So answer will be 9.5. So this is called a Q1. Same as Q1, what we have to do? We have to find out the value of Q3. So how we have to find out Q3? So second one, that we have to find out the value of Q3. So value of 3 into n plus 1 divided by 4 observation. So simple, value of 3 into, directly we can take 2.75 observation. So 2.75 into 3, that is, we can say that 8.25 observation. So what is 8 observation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 25. So here 25 plus 0.25. 9th observation, 30 minus 25. So here 25 plus 0.25 into 5. So 0.25 into 5. So 25 plus 1.25. That is your answer. So 60, 26.25. This is value of Q3. Okay. Q1 and Q3 that we already discussed in example. Many examples in chapter number 3. Okay. Now we have value of Q3. We have value of Q1. So simple formula that we have. So simple, we have to put the value in our formula. Okay. So simple, Q3 is equal to 26.25 minus Q1 9.5 divided by 2. Okay. So here 26.25 minus 29.25 divided by 2, that is 8.38 passenger. Passenger level in point, so we can say that is that is your answer. Okay, so this is answer of QD, quartile deviations. Now next one, what we have to do? We have to find out coefficient of QD. So simple. Here 26.25 minus 9.5 divided by 26.25 plus 9.5. So we have to do over here, that is 16.75, 35.75. So 0.4685. Third digit is 8. So 0.47. So this is your answer. Okay, it's very easy. Only two things that we have to remember in our mind. First of all, we have to ascending the data. Second one, we know QD and coefficient of QD. So formula is there, Q1 and Q3 that we have to use over here in the formula. So first of all, we have to find out Q1, then we have to find out Q3, and both the value that we have to use, and that we have to find out the value of Q1 and Q3, as well as with the help of that value that we have to find out standard quartile deviation as well as which type of things, that is coefficient of quartile deviations. So this is example number 5. Okay, now next second example that we have to discuss, and that is example number 6. So what is the example number 6? Let's see. In the information regarding time taken to solve the puzzle by 50 students, it means that n is equal to 50. So we have to write over here n is equal to 50. Now next one is that find the quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviations of the time taken to solve the puzzle by the children from 8. So here time is there. So first of all, time that we have denoted as x. Okay, number of students. So second column. So here time taken, that is 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 6, 8 and 10. Fine. So here 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, and this is total, that is 50 that we know. Number of students 3, 12, 18, 12 and 5. Same thing that we have to find out. So first of all, that we have to find out QD. So QD is equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. And second one, that is coefficient. So here coefficient of QD is equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. See, if we have formula, then it is so easy to calculate. Okay, if we know the formula, then it will be so easy to calculate. Now what we have to do? We have to calculate Q1 and Q3, and on the basis of Q1 and Q3, then we have to find out QD and coefficient of QD. Okay, so two things that we have to do over here, Q1 and Q3. For that, we have to find out next column, that is CF. What do we mean by CF? Cumulative frequency. Okay, add one. So here 3 plus 12, 15, 15 plus 18, 33. Yes, plus 12, 45 and 50. Okay, so here that we have to find out Q1. So here Q1 is equal to value of n plus 1 divided by 4th observation. Okay, so n plus 1 divided by 4th example, that is value of 50 plus 1 divided by 4th observation, value of 51 divided by equal to 8. Now we have get both the value Q1 and Q3. So simple, what we have to do? We have to use that value in our formula. So here Q3 is equal to 8, Q1 is equal to 4 divided by 2. So 4 divided by 2, so answer will be 2. And here Q3 minus Q1, so 8 minus 4